What's up, YouTube? It's your boy G Money, aka the Echelon Don. Today episode, I want to talk about people barking up the wrong tree. We got these young dudes out here. Um, a lot of them come up off of this drill music. They come up off this drill music and they come up, with their boys and they screaming that gang shit and all of that. They hype with each other and they try and make a name for themselves out in the streets. They think they tough. Some of them might be tough, but the problem is they don't they don't realize us. It's a lot of older people that have done everything that they doing and worse out in them streets, and now they older and they trying to calm and change their life. They're trying to calm down and change their life. They want to sit down and they don't want to be violent anymore. They don't want to risk going to jail, going back to jail. They've been in jail, or they got away with things that they did earlier in their life, and they know that they not it's not worth risking it anymore and taking them penitentiary chances. They just rather just hey, you got it, bro. You know, but inside, but they really are 100. They really could, in a heartbeat, resort to going back to the old them, and you would disappear if they wanted you to. But they're trying not to do that. And the problem we have now is a new generation of young dudes that's coming up thinking they super tough. These dudes is young, man. These kids is really running around here 9, 10, 11, 12 up and up with guns and know how to use them and have used them and it won't hesitate to use them. And a lot of these young dudes don't care about they don't care about the rap that you used to have, or they never heard of you, or they never heard of you, so they're not worried about your name. Your name don't ring no bells with them, so they're not aware of what you're capable of doing. So when you get those two groups of people, or those two people that run into each other in traffic, a young wild dude that's a loose cannon, and an OG that's trying to live his life and take care of his family and stay out the way. But then you got a young dude, trying to prove something, and you might bring that loose cannon out of that OG, and that's something that you're not prepared for. You're barking up the wrong tree, because OGs that really been out there and putting in work and doing what they be doing. They ain't with all that talking. They gonna get upside your head. They gonna do you dirty, filthy. And so you running, that's the issue. What's going on right now in the hoods? It's almost like you went to war with people back in the day, and now all of the older dudes, they done got older and and trying to stay out the way now. Then grew up and matured and trying to stay out the way, and now the people that you went to war with that had kids, and their kids is growing up. Their kids is growing up, and they out in the street, and now you dealing with these kids. Now you're dealing with these kids that's growing up, um, wanting to follow in the footsteps of whoever and be out in the street. And now you got to deal with a whole new batch of bullshit out in the street. It's like it's almost like it just don't never end. It's like it's just a cycle, just keep continuing with shit. Everybody out got something to prove. The young dudes wanna get a name for themselves, and the people that already have been out in the street that got a name for themselves, they just trying to stay out the way now. And like I said, the younger dudes don't know the rep that you had when you was younger, or the rep that you had in the streets, unless somebody else tell them about it. And even if so, they don't care about that, because these young dudes, these young generation right now don't care about too much of nothing. They don't respect too much of nothing. You got to show them, and that's a bad thing to ask for one of these OGs that really been out putting in work. You don't really want them to show you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit. That's what's going on in the hood right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, People that's trying to avoid problems that that's trying to stay out the way, that done been through it, is running into new issues with new people that's out in the street trying to get a name for themselves. And this shit just don't never stop. It seem like, man. I don't understand. It's like a cycle that just won't stop. And people barking up the wrong trees, man. Like, you just don't want to activate somebody that's trying to stay out the way. Sometimes it ain't even got to be a street person. You could bark up the wrong tree with a square that's just out the way. That just got a regular job. That's not even running the street like that. It's just people that just don't want to be fucked with, man. Don't want to be bothered. The worst thing you could do is piss somebody off that don't bother nobody, that stays out the way, and you piss them off to the point where they lose it and snap, because a person like them been avoiding shit for so long, been trying to turn the other cheek and let shit go. They got their limits too. It comes to a point where everybody can snap. Everybody has their breaking point where they just ready to flip out and lose it over some shit. It might be that one time that you fuck with a person that's not even known for being violent, but you done pushed him over the edge, and now he done turned up to a level ain't nobody ever seen him turn before. And now he damn near done went insane. He done went crazy. He did some outrageous shit that ain't nobody ever expect to come from him. And that's what I mean by barking up the wrong tree, man. Sometimes y'all just gotta, hey, it's always somebody tougher than you. No matter how tough you think you is, it's somebody out there that's tougher than you. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody out there that'll match your crazy. It's somebody out there that'll match your violence. You know what I'm saying? So when you keep thinking that, you just undefeated out in these streets, or you got the streets in fear or something. There's somebody out there that never heard of you and don't care about you, and then they take it to the same extreme levels you would take it to. So people gotta really understand. Everybody not gonna play with you. You might have been getting away with that shit with people, but one day you're gonna try that with the wrong person, and you're gonna be in for the ride of your life. You know what I'm saying? So if you one of them people out in the street running around thinking you invincible, or that you got everybody scared or some shit like that, just because somebody somebody say, yo, you got it, and turn the other cheek, that don't mean you punked them. That don't mean they were scared of you. Sometimes a motherfucker that I ain't gonna say sometimes, I'm gonna say most of the time, the person that's trying to avoid that confrontation is doing you a favor. You know what I mean? Because they know what they're capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? So they just like, this dude don't even know who he talking to. You know what I'm saying? Like he has no idea what I'm capable of doing. Hey, you got it, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want no problems. This dude probably got bodies like crazy. You never know what it is, you know what I'm saying? But he's just trying to give you a break. He don't want to take it there no more. He don't want to have to think about, you know what I mean, doing that to you, doing you dirty like that. So he trying to avoid from doing something bad to you. And you think you did something. Like, yeah, punk ass motherfucker, I know I got it. Yeah, I know, yeah, you better do this, you better. And in reality, he could have blew your shit off right there, left you right there. You know what I'm saying? So people got to really get out of that mindset, thinking that they can't get it, man. I don't care who you is, man. I don't care what block you from, you can get it. Anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? And one day you're gonna bark up the wrong tree, and you will see what I'm talking about. So man, you best stay humble and realize when they made your gun, they didn't stop making them. It was plenty more made after they made your gun. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't pumping no fear in nobody out here no more. You know, everybody's strapped now. You know, the weakest, scariest motherfucker is running around with a gun and can pull a trigger. You know, so ain't nobody invincible. So, this your boy G Money, man. I'm just sending a message out to the people that's out there in the street. You know, y'all out there trying to get a name for yourself or think you super tough or whatever the case may be, man. It's always somebody more dangerous, more gutter that take it to a whole nother level. So you really, really better be careful out there, man. Summer ain't even started yet, and I already done heard all types of shit going on. You know what I mean? In different neighborhoods. So this shit about to spark up and be real, real crazy this summer. I can already tell. And it's just your boy G Money, man. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. AKA the Echelon Don. And man, y'all stay safe out there, man. Keep your head on a swivel. And man, just try to be humble, man. Stay out the way, man. Don't be walking around screw facing everybody. You know what I mean? All that tough guy stuff, man. You it's not gonna get you nowhere, man. It's everybody not playing, man. Everybody not playing. But y'all be safe out there, man. God bless y'all. I'm out.